Hello everyone, it's Belladonna, and it's Madam Weepsy again. One of my major loves is comic books, and I will find a whole bunch of odd comics, or 10 for $1, or whatever, and I'm going to share some of those with you today. Nighty-night. Hello, darling. Come on. Of course, as you know by now, I love me some Superman. Superman is my all-time favorite. And I found an old Reign of the Superman comic. Now, as you know, when they killed off Superman long ago, the first time, not in the film or anything like that, arose some various Superman incarnations. Reign of the Superman with the comics. This one is the Man of Tomorrow is back, and this was the Cyborg Superman. So this one, I think it has like a die cut when you open it, and you'll see, I'm not going to open it because it will take forever. But the Cyborg Superman in there was proven to be a fake and an imposter. But he looked so freaking cool. This is an Adventures of Superman. I really thought it was cool because it has, of course, what looks to be like, I'm imagining a smushed Lois Lane in a car. She's always getting smushed in cars. I mean, get with it, girl. Get a bus ticket. Now, there he is all upset in the shadow there. Oh, Lois is dead. Again. How will I ever get her back? Again. But it's a cool looking cover because anything unusual with Superman is exciting to me. So, and we're going back to the whole Death of Superman thing again. I love the look of this one. It's a beautiful, beautiful set. It's a funeral for a friend. They had the whole funeral services of Superman and an afterlife look kind of thing. And there he is, flying into the heavens. The irony, of course, the Christopher Reeve death, and people would sort of, oh, you know, match up the two. There he is. We know he's coming back. I'm well aware of that, okay? But the idea, when I read these comics and whatnot, it really tugged at my heart. And I still think it was cool to find these. Here's an older one. Now this is DC Comics presents Superman and OMAC One Army Man Corps. This is from, I don't know when it was, 60-cent comic book though. Look at that. Some very fun, older style artwork there. Superman and OMAC. I don't even know what the hell OMAC is. I know it's One Man Army Corps, but I'm not familiar with it. It says, from the world that's coming to the world of today, the killer called Murder Mech. Lame. Very cool. There's Superman over there. More Reign of the Superman. Here is again Cyborg Superman. It says Doomsday for Doomsday. Cyborg Superman. I love getting all these cool ones with the fun artwork. And I love me some Superman. But we have also some odd ones I found. Sometimes I would pick up things because they look interesting. You just never know. Poison Elves. What the hell is that all about? I've never heard of this. I don't even know what the company is. It reminded me of old, like, Innovation comics, but I'm not really even sure who made this. I love the artwork because this Poison Elf or whatever reminded me of Death from the Sandman comics back in the day. And I thought, well, if she kind of looks like Death, that's got to be worth a look. Poison Elves sound like a lot of fun, frankly. She's kind of hot, you know. She's got a whole thing going on there, but I haven't even read this yet. Number 16, so who knows what the story will be, but that just looked like a lot of fun. Another one that I picked up because, or a couple of them I picked up, because they seemed interesting. And this is from the Vertigo line, where the Sandman and the Preacher, some of my very favorites, came from. Vamps. Pumpkin Time. Very cool, because kind of, you know, they're obviously a very trashy Vamps. Who doesn't love the idea of that? I got a few of them here. This one was, I think, the reason I bought it, because here she is being held down at a table by a bunch of hands. That's nice and dirty looking. But I haven't read them yet. They just look like they might be a lot of fun. I love vampires and I love trashy type things, so I thought that would be exciting. And again, when you get a bunch of them for like $1, what's holding you back? Speaking of, we've got, this is number 3 in series. Is it Dynamite Comics maybe? No freaking idea, but it's Bettie Page. But Bettie Page like in a Red Sonja fight or something. I don't know what's going on there, but Bettie freaking Page. Look at that. Bettie Page is hot and awesome. Everyone knows that. So a comic of Bettie Page from wherever. I mean, the artwork, it looks a little cheesy, but it still looks really cool. Because it's Bettie Page, like I said, fighting Red Sonja or something. I don't know what's going on here. But it looks exciting, and again, great price. Now, of course, as I've mentioned, I am a huge fan of this particular writer. And this is one of my all-time favorites, bar none, series story ever written. Stephen King's Dark Tower. Look at that. We have the Gunslinger born. I read some of the different comics. There was a point when there was too many of them and I didn't have the means to keep picking them up all the time. So finding this particular one in the stack, I would like to find more if I could. This is number 1 of 7 for the Gunslinger born. I know there's some prequel stuff and whatnot. But I mean, it's the freaking Gunslinger. He's one of my all-time favorites. I love the Gunslinger. Finding this was just a lot of fun. Cool artwork of the Gunslinger and the tower. We should talk about the Dark Tower sometime. I could go on for hours. Another big favorite of mine. Star Trek. Alright? Now this is interesting because it appears to be a sort of expose on the actors back when I guess the show must have started, I guess. And this is Personality Presents the New Crew. Patrick Stewart, Captain Picard, from the new Star Trek. And there he is, Patrick Stewart. A little bit of fringe of hair there. So think about that. Picard is back. And I love me some Picard. But here he is, Patrick. Look at him, Picard. Make it so. I think there were some different ones too, and I should have picked them up. I'm hoping they'll be there another time. But I loves me some Star Trek. And here's some old school Foes and Friends, an old DC Star Trek there. I don't know again when this was. 75 cents. Oh, April of 84. So 75 frickin' cents. For God's sake, a comic book. But here it is, Star Trek. Very cool. There's the Enterprise. Captain Kirk. I loves me some Shatner, as you probably figured out from other videos. Here's another cool venture into sci-fi. I love science fiction, and I love the 80s. Here is The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. I love that freaking movie. Peter Weller is awesome. But, as you may know, there was supposed to be a sequel film. It didn't happen due to poor returns from the first. So there have been comic book adventures of Buckaroo. Buckaroo Banzai and his... There you go. Now, I don't know. I haven't read this yet. Again, it's number 2 in the series. I'd like to kind of get the whole thing if I could. But Buckaroo Banzai is freaking awesome. If you don't know Buckaroo Banzai, check it out. We have a Quantum Leap comic. Not long ago, the great Dean Stockwell passed away, who was Al in the show Quantum Leap. I love Quantum Leap. It's freaking great. I've never read a comic for it, but I loved it. You've got Sam there, Scott Bakula in an electric chair, and there's Al. It's played by Mr. Stockwell, who was really cool. I mean, of course, let's not forget his part in Blue Velvet. But there it is. I thought it was very cool to get that. It's like to get these dollar babies, we'll call them, like Stephen King stories, and see what I can pick up and share with you. Tell me what you think about some of these, what you know about them, what you like, what you don't like, because there are stacks and stacks and boxes and boxes. And I can find more and more, and I love me some comics. Like, subscribe, that sort of thing. Madam Weepsy says, yes, it's time for more comics. Alright, everybody. Thank you for joining us once again.